to put the hand axe in the sheath, and it almost it starts to react as the closer you get, and it's kind of snaps into the sheath as you as you get there, and you're like, oh shit, okay, so it almost magnetized itself into the sheath.
Oh, all right, that's magic. Clearly, I'm gonna do a knowledge arcana. Let's look at this fucking thing.
All right ahead.
Anything I can tell about it with a crappy ass 13 roll?
Yeah, more common than not. Is almost like an adventurer's staple weapon. You immediately can tell with the basic runes that you've learned and the knowledge that you have that as you throw the weapon, you can tap on the sheath and it draws it back. It doesn't magically magically return it. It's like Mjolnir pulling back the Thor kind of. It flies back in the direction.
Depending, of course, there's nothing in the way, the axe will return to the sheath.
Correct. There you go. So it is a hand axe of returning, but it's not like magical.
Like
returning.
A thing that would be useful for you, right, Lucy? Because you probably don't have a lot of range.
Yeah, I think I only have like 3 javelins left. I left them behind.
Yeah, toss it over to Lucy.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, great! Now we have an initiator. Excellent.
There you go.
It's not me.
As long as there's nothing blocking that path, you have a hand axe.
Although I normally do initiate all
magical
the combat.
returning. Yeah, that's true.
Speaking of which, time that I didn't initiate combat.
I'm pretty sure the priest stuff was not you.
Well, that was that. Yeah, well,
we didn't really fight either.
Well, I mean, I feel
oh, no,
like
the clerics. Yeah, no, because like the spirit came out and whatnot.
Yes.
Oh, that
was pretty obvious. That wasn't me that time, right?
Oh,
all right, yeah, it's not always me. Good.
The other priests, all priests are bad.
Apparently.
I mean,
that's why you have to trust warlocks, Lucy.
And technically,
always trust warlocks.
Sticky Fingers was me, if we were being fair. So no, you're pretty good. It's like about a third of the time you started the shit.
Yeah, all right. I was noticing a pattern, and I started to get concerned because when you went and handled that by yourself, there was no combat. If I was there, I feel like there would have been combat.
That's why I went by myself, to be perfectly honest, Edward. We have a schedule to meet, and last time we shot at things in this forest, indiscriminately, I got stabbed by an elephant. So it was more of like, let's get in and out if we can.
I mean, if I do remember that, he didn't actually, the druid started that.
He did not.
He did.
He didn't say anything. He just was there and then shot lightning at us.
No.
Yeah.
If you remember, I remember this because it was before I died. Edward started shouting at the druid like something was being said, but the druid said nothing, and then he shot him.
Yeah, you called him like Pokeboy.
Yeah, because of the Atlas.
Yeah, he was watching you pass, and then you shouted some shit.
I'm not saying that we threw the first blow. I'm saying like clearly we instigated something that could have probably been a passerby. But that's
I said hello. I did nothing. I literally said, "How's it going, Pokeboy?" And then he took offense to that. How was I supposed to know he was going to take that level of offense?
Yeah, I'm not taking a pro-druid stance here.
Perfectly reasonable greeting.
Oh, by the way, I'll be right back. I just started several fires that night. Not just hours,
that's
but like
amazing.
a couple of fires.
Yeah, okay.
I don't even, yeah, all right. I'd help. Like, what? It's not involved? What? I'm in.
I'm not like trying to burn on the forest. I'm just like, anytime I do anything in the dark forest, I'm going above and beyond to make it worse. So like instead of 1 fire is 4.
Yeah,
like those worst people at campsites who never clean up their shit.
Yeah, I have prestidigitation. You need fire? Here. Where are we going? It's not enough to start like a real fire, but like, you know, hey, you don't
generally disrespecting the forest.
That's yeah. Okay, all right.
I'm
okay,
in.
you can absolutely do that. I'm just, I mean, you can just take the time to do that, which is totally fine. You can just kind of desecrate the area around you, and I'm just gonna, I'll just mark that down. Okay. I'm gonna. There it is. You now have a desecration point.
Yay! Wait, do I have one too? Can I collect them?
The forest has a desecration. There we go.
Does it have value?
Making it angrier.
Is it currency? Can I use it?
And do I have one for that? Is it cool enough for that? No. My little Chinese straight time. And let's play. Oh, here we go. Desecration.
Es sagrado. Fuck you.
One. Okay, perfect. Okay, so yeah, you guys have a solid night's sleep, and you make your way out. You are heading south to Grapevine. Is that
Yep.
what the issue is? Okay.
That's it.
Grapevine was the goal.
Okay. You enter familiar territory as the entrance to the northern gates of Grapevine come into view. You make your way. The guards there recognize everything about you. Oh yeah, come on in. Come on in. And yeah, as the guards approach, they recognize the Warforged horses of being BU horses anyway. And again, the dwarf, I'm assuming, Lucy, are you clothed up or are you free balling?
I am for here.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So the guys at the top of the gate even wave at you. Couple whistles. Yeah, BUPD, and the gates open up. You have a solid rapport with these guys, obviously. Still, and yeah.
So should we go to the druid circle first,
The
or
red one's in there.
try
That
to
seems
find
like
some
the
clerics?
good idea, honestly.
No, I think
Oh.
we should
There you
go.
And it should
to
work
the
I
the
think
same
we're
way.
cleric averse. I think that this is not a cleric positive party.
Yeah, I mean,
Alright.
it makes sense to go to the druid since the druid did it. They may not be able to do it, but they may know what he did.
Yeah, that's
My only
actually
concern is if they're
cogent.
friendly to his cause, that could be problematic.
Well, then we just burn their grove down and keep moving. I don't understand what the problem is.
No, these seem more like the chill hippie druids, where he's more the old ancient get off my lawn druid.
Yeah, he's definitely more
yeah,
the
let's-
kill
let's
or be
go-
kill, eat or
Go
be
check
eaten
it out
type.
and agree. If they get uppity, Edward, and I do the finger pistols thing.
I pull out the gun. Wait, well,
Edward.
looking for a target.
Nice.
As I said, if they get uppity, I will do that.
Oh,
That's my
right.
bad. I shouldn't have done actual signal. I understand that was must be confusing.
Who? Where now? Yes.
We have a system, Cotton.
Yeah,
very
I'm sorry.
intelligent
I'm
system, but it
very
works.
groggy from the fact that I was dead 2 days ago.
Okay, so
I
you
will
are
continue to write that excuse.
you head down the eastern trail as you are heading towards that outskirts kind of free for all healers building where you met
Well, we're going to the actual like. Isn't there like a druid's grove that's not a building that is like a?
Yup. There's like that druid circle.
the one that's down on the bottom, the one that you went
Yeah.
to.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
down
hippie druids.
Maybe druids, yeah. Yeah, he this is pretty much like a travelers healers area where like traveling healers come and hang out for a little bit and do a little charity healing and whatnot. It's definitely not a legitimate establishment as it is like just like a drive-through healer hut kind of a situation. It's like there's different healers every time you come here. There's different people getting work done every time you come here. The only guy that stays the same is your friendly neighborhood hippie guy, hippie druid friend. And he's like, "Oh, hey, BUPD, welcome back, guys."
Hey man, I have a question. I've been cursed by an archdruid in an evil dark forest.
When you say that, you see that,
yeah.
that there's a few people standing near you that kind of give you a little bit of a wider berth as they kind of look at you and they're like, "Curse? What? Curse? What?"
Yep,
And
cursed,
it's
straight
like,
up cursed.
Oh
I don't-
man,
Contagious. Relax.
Yeah, I'm
They
pretty
don't
sure
mind.
it's not. I'm cursed. We have some questions. One, trying to find somebody who can help us tell if. Well, first of all, that's what he said. I don't know if I could trust the man, but I do feel terrible pain and sharpness around my heart. Could be because I was stabbed by an elephant tusk 2 days ago. So we just need to confirm whether or not I'm cursed. Number one, and number two, how to get rid of the curse if possible. And you're the first person we thought of. So
Yeah,
congratulations.
you guys are great.
You were so
was-
helpful last time.
that was a lot. That was a lot of information, man. Okay, all right. So, all right, you're cursed.
I believe so.
All right, and you said a druid did it. Is that there is it?
An archdruid.
And
creepy
an
one.
arch,
Oh
yeah,
my
very
God.
powerful evil guy.
Very powerful license. That's crazy.
I
Is it-
imagine the evil part. I feel like you go around cursing people. That's
I mean, that's,
qualifies.
yeah. I mean, that's
Pretty much
that's
textbook
a
evil.
that's a red
I think that's
flag. Yeah, it's a red flag if I ever saw one. Okay. Let's see. And he starts looking around and he sees who's here. Because again, school is out. There's not many people hanging around here. We're both healer and adventurer wise. This was a lot more prominent when the Grapevine school's in session and everything like that.
Yep.
But she's looking around and he says, "All right, doesn't seem to be anyone here, but I think I know one of the druids that passed through here before. He might be able to undo what you did, what you had done to you. I think he says Mohagan. What the fuck was that town name?" And he walks back, away from you, turns and gives you his back as I was walking his way towards the desk.
Let's turn back to Lucy. You sure you don't want to try to do a priest? Just feel like they would have order.
I mean, if you go there, like,
You can go check it out
yeah,
afterwards.
Lucy
I'm not
shouldn't
going.
be there.
Not to the Lathander priesthood. I'm sure. Well, isn't there like a bunch of
They were
gods?
they
That
were the
was
only
like the
priests
big
that were
one,
here.
yeah.
The only one in
Um,
Grapevine is yeah. There's the smaller one, but the
Yeah,
main
that would complicate things. And
Yeah.
they'll want to use the curse against you because they know I'm related to. It's a whole thing.
they do.
Or they
know.
might just, go apeshit and say you're cursed and you're possessed by an evil ancient spirit, and we need to lock you down and mentally mind rape you.
I feel like you're projecting because you are possessed by an ancient spirit. So
And the mind rape.
These are all valid points, but fuck them.
He,
fuck those
he
guys.
pops up and goes, "Oh, the Mohagan Village. Yeah, there you go." And he shuffles back over Mohagan.
where's that at?
He says, well, from here it's northwest. You can follow the perimeter of the dark forest. You don't got to go back into it. There's a path to it if you head out the western side of the village here, Grapevine. Follow it out. It'll start heading north, and you'll pretty much stay on the outskirts of the dark forest. And then it'll be the next town you hit. Would have been the first
how
one.
far
you
away
hit,
is
yeah.
that?
From here, probably about 2 days.
Oh, cool. Well, thank you so much. Really, truly appreciate you. You're great.
No, yeah. I hope things get better with the curse. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a mild cough.
Okay,
So
okay.
I have to say goodbye to him and start walking away. I'm like, okay, Lucy, I'm gonna go talk to these priests. This is a 2-day detour for a maybe on the druid.
Yeah. I believe his name is Spruce. So you can
Spruce.
just ask for Druid Spruce, just Spruce Druid, whatever he's going by. But his name is Spruce. Good guy.
Bruce Druid of the Mahogany Village.
Yeah.
Mahagan.
He did some pretty serious work here for about a week, and then he just dipped off. Said he was heading that way. So feel free.
Cool, thank you so much.
Well, yeah, anytime. That's what we're here for, man. And the rest of the people are making a good wide berth as you head out.
I look at one of them and go, ooh.
They just look at you with disdain. You head out.
All right, so
yeah, I'm gonna
guys-
go talk to the clerics because
yeah, Ed, you should go with him.
that
but
is a
stay
terrible
within-
idea.
Yeah.
All right,
I'll
I'm
tell
not-
you why. Because Ed is also possessed by an evil spirit.
I'm not possessed. We have a deal.
You have a okay.
Uh,
I know two things for sure. You both have spirits inside of you. We don't know what I have, right? So
oh, that is.
All right. Well,
true.
if you get mind raped, it's your fault then because you're letting your defense not be there to defend you. Yeah, there words.
All right.
yeah.
Mike-
So here's
I will
my stance
be
on that, Edward.
nearby.
The reason why Lucy got mind raped is because he didn't want them taking out the spirit. I do, right? So this is a win-win for me.
I guess that's fair. So Lucy,
All right, so maybe we'll just get the
The
wagon.
Warty
I'll
Hag?
stay in the back. I'll
Warty Hag. Warty
No, I think
Hag.
we should be closer in case they do try to mind rape him.
It's like
You-
down the
I
road.
think
But the
I'm
Warty
gonna be
Hag
real
is on
with
the other side of the
Yeah, I
village.
know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you, Lucy. I don't want to cause more shit, but I don't think that, based on what happened last time, us gun blazing. Because if we attack the priesthood, they're pretty powerful. Number one, number two, then we'll get in shit with the city guard, and then we'll have to escape the city.
Oh, we can't not
Yeah.
come back here. My tail
Yeah,
is
so
here.
I
Madam
think-
Madam
let me
Zamina's
just-
is also 2 buildings away from
I'll
the House
just
of Lathander.
be diplomatic, and we'll be fine.
Yeah. All right.
What's
I
the worst that
trust
can
God.
happen?
Warty
you
Hag.
you have a phenomenal rapport with Madam Zamina. The Warty Hag is across the city. It's up to you, and you can get drinks at Zamina's, obviously.
Well, yeah, but like,
Obviously.
It's a bro.
obviously.
And Lucy would probably. I mean, you do know that the lizard bartender there's a little more fanatic than you like.
Ooh.
He's.
All right, I forgot about the weird.
Yeah.
If
All right, fine,
anyone
fine.
was your first disciple, it's him.
You know what? I think this is where I'll test out my cow helmet cloak and just kind of go and sit in the back.
All
Of
right,
go
Woody
there.
Hag it is.
the Warty Hag. Okay.
No, not the one that's closer.
Madam
All right, fine,
Zamina's.
Zamina's it is.
Yeah.
Okay. You okay?
It's a
As
brothel, just so we're clear.
Yeah,
'Cause I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
like Gerard was not gonna be okay.
Yeah.
You can sit in the back with a mask and let's
Oh no! Wait, I thought it was a tavern that was near here.
it's
no,
it's
it's
a
a brothel.
brothel that has
Oh, this is where you
obviously
guys
drinks
had,
and everything.
like massages and shit while I was getting fucked up.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
you got
This is
funding
this is where
for
you
our
brought. This
great
is where you were
business
brought to
venture.
get a bath and everything. This is yeah.
All right.
It was
you know what?
amazing.
Yeah, and you know you
Should've
have
been
you
there.
know
What
you
were
have
you doing
phenomenal
again? I
rapport
forget.
here because you
I'll
assisted
just-
Zamina. This is who
maybe
you
I'll
did
just-
that quest for.
Yeah. All right. You know what? Ed, take the wheel. Well, I'll just be there.
Onward. I
Okay.
start marching like that direction.
The rather large bodyguard is obviously still at the door. Notices the
How's it
lime
hanging,
green
Bruce?
suit. I mean, every time notices
Yeah.
the lime green suit from like fucking yards away.
It's hard not to.
He's like, oh, Edward, and he gives you knuckles, and
Yeah, Brucey.
fucking opens it up.
Before parting ways, I would have warned Lucy to hold his breath unless he wanted to get high.
Edward does not.
No,
Bruce
but
does
Lucy's
put
the
a
person.
hand on the cloaked chest. As I don't know you,
Oh, don't worry about that. He's my valet.
Lucy. You do have the badge. These Madame Zamina's kind of.
Yeah, the sign club. The sign.
You are muted, G. But I don't know if you know that.
I'm like, yeah, you do know me, and I'd show him the
The thing. Okay.
badge. And
This
I'm
is-
like, it look like this thing
Oh.
actually works.
And he puts his hand up. He's nice, weird costume. And he was like, please, be good. And he ushers you in, and he goes back and it's up to you. You can
Yep.
hold your breath. You can do whatever, but you
I can hold my breath for 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I'll be good.
Okay. So he
We're gonna
shuts,
be
shuts the door
long in
behind.
15 minutes.
Edward walks in and
Is it-
just
is it
does
the
some
whole
deep
place that
breathing
has-
techniques.
Yeah,
Anywhere
there's
except special rooms are basically
Oh.
just pumping erogenous.
Right? Yeah.
Basically MDMA.
This
in the
is
air.
the lounge area where there are some like sunken in like couched grotto areas, if you will, like kind of just, some
And
outskirts.
Edward, in a typical Edward fashion, is going to skip towards the bar.
The-
Say,
the-
I need drinks. for
there's a
me
bar
and you."
running the right side of the establishment, with two
And then
very
Pal
scantily
Cotton is gonna
clad
catch up
people,
later.
bartenders behind there. But yes, the whole lounge area is has a nice haze that's resting along the entire room. The
Alright.
bartenders, the bouncers, the staff, they all seem to be wearing this very form tight fitting like we wear today face mask. And they don't seem to be bothered by the smoke, but they're just doing their thing.
Oh, yeah, I'd probably like take a breath every like 2 minutes.
Okay.
Just-
Go ahead, Edward. You
Uh.
have been so used to this, it's almost becoming an addiction. So you're gonna go
Sweet.
that Constitution roll with disadvantage because of how used to
Well, that's 14.
use you've been doing this.
And that's a 6.
Lucy 7 and Edward 6.
Nat
yeah, but I'm
one.
also not trying to not.
Natty. Never mind. Okay. So we
I'm
have-
also not trying to.
Yeah,
not,
that's what I figured. Yeah.
like,
You would appreciate
so
the lower
Why
roll.
are you making me roll?
Edward, just to find out if you got a natty or not.
All right, yeah, there we go.
So, Edward, you
All right, so
you
I
do
turn
your
around and
familiar
Lucy's-
deep breathing
I
techniques
turn
as
around
you
and
get it.
Lucy's got a whistle in his mouth and he's on the dance floor.
This is just like Terry Crews and White Chicks.
So,
Oh,
that's the spirit,
gee.
Lucy. And I turn
Yeah.
back. I need 2 drinks.
So the way I'd like to see that, like Lucy went in there, he was like, "All right, I'm just gonna hold my breath. All right, I'm just gonna take a little bit," and fucking done. He just takes a slight little
I
Oh,
held my
the
breath too
Requiem
long
of
the
the
first
Dream.
time, and the
went
first intro was too
straight to
much.
the bloodstream, straight to the
Requiem of the
head.
dream. You just see the and then the pupil shrinking, and then yeah.
Edward,
Oh,
what
we're
you
gonna
do see is
All of our money.
as you look down past where Madame Zamina's office is, there's just like a slight, maybe like a 10-foot hallway that leads off of the dance floor or off the lounge area. into the back. And as you look back, there is a familiar dressed but not a familiar looking woman sitting at the desk, as this woman is a half orc. As she's sitting there, familiar features, but obviously of a completely different race.
I'm not even concerned.
And yeah,
I've been here before. I'm not
she
worried
looks
about
up. You guys lock eyes for a hot second, and she gives you like a head nod,
I just wave.
and blows
Yeah.
you a kiss, and
Uh-huh.
you go about your day. You are approached by staff. Obviously, you're fucking.
Well,
here.
yeah.
You
and
are
I'm
recognized.
fucked up.
You are recognized, and you are doing. So you are approached by a familiar human woman, with blonde hair, and she says, "Oh, Edward! Oh
I
my
remember
goodness!
you.
Yes!
I
Welcome
remember you?
back." As
I
she
don't know.
cozies up to you and looks over at your friend, she says, "Is he with you?"
Oh, yep. What definitely hit. I have what it's like the arm she's holding the drink. I'm like, I need to get this to that one.
It's incredible, and
Go on
with
this one.
expert grace, as Lucy's doing like these twists and turns and doing this epic dance, you see his clawed hand swing in rotation like around in front of you, and she expertly twists the glass up into his hand, and he just starts dancing with the glass.
Oh, there we
and
go.
now he's got
Yeah.
the glass and he's taking a sip. It's bouncing everywhere and getting all over the place, but he is
Perfect.
drinking. And at this time, as you are nicely enjoying your beverage, Lucy has attracted the attention of several of the staff members and patrons, and they're just like all having a fucking blast because he's just out there killing it.
Yep.
Your
This is
your
fantastic.
natty one gave you more charisma than anything else.
This is the right environment for it.
That's absolutely amazing. Gee, I think you muted it again. I don't know if you did.
Yeah.
Can't
yeah.
hear.
Yeah, I wasn't saying anything.
Okay, can't, just in case. Can't hear fucking thing you said. But yeah, that's how your guys' night's going. Let's go ahead and Cardin, you are heading down the street as the door shuts. Very few townspeople are walking around. It's well in the day, but it's people are either inside or doing whatever. There's only a few people walking around. As you are approaching the church, would you like to do anything before you get there?
I am donning my shield. My weapon is in its holster, but I am
So
like, I do
shield
have my
at the ready, but
shield's-
relaxed, right?
yeah.
Like just kind of looped in, holding it, loosey goosey.
Take a deep breath, and I approach the door, and I just sort of like knock firmly.
The eye slide opens, and obviously you are
Down-
shorter
down
than
here?
the eye slide. he is. Oh, good. Oh,
I have, and just to paint the picture for the priest, right? I have my dark iron helmet,
yep.
my destroyed gambeson with a hole in the chest, and I have not showered.
The slide shuts, and the door opens.
Greetings.
An unfamiliar brother opens the door, and he says, "Welcome to the House of Lythander. May I assist you?"
I need some professional services regarding what may possibly be a curse.
Oh my goodness! Please, yes. Please come in.
I go in.
He shuts the door. Make a perception check.
Yeah.
Were you wearing
18.
the helmet when the first shit popped off here?
I didn't have it yet.
I didn't think so. Okay.
Nope.
The amongst the people in this church,
I look very different. Yeah.
yeah,
My hammer's brutal. My shield's different. My helmet's different.
you have a very, very nice cover going on. Out of your quick scan of the room, there is one familiar looking brother that is in the back of the church, seemingly praying over a body that is lying vertical on one of the slabs that the medical beds that they have here, or the beds.
Lying vertical.
Lying horizontal.
Thank you.
That's the word I need to use.
Vampire.
Lying vertical like a vampire, yes. Hanging upside down like a bat. Lying horizontal, and he seems to be praying, not paying attention back to you, off on one of the side beds. There are 5 others that are kind of walking around in conversation, just kind of here and there, that do not look familiar, and no one seems to have recognized you at all. The one that you have approached takes you over to one of the beds that are empty, and he kind of ushers you over, and he says, "Please sit." as he brings over a stool and places it like a step stool,
Yep, I sit down.
and he slides it back under the bed. Says, what is the manner of this curse? Are you aware of its origins?
An archdruid lives in an evil forest, brought me back to life before he cast it. So I did not look at the manner in which he applied this curse in a specific way.
Okay. Was there? And he pulls out a notepad and he starts writing down. Were there any visual effects to this curse?
Yes, there
Okay.
was almost like a burnt scar over it.
Oh,
It's still here, I think, right? So like
As yes,
yeah.
you can take a second. Do you start taking your body armor off? You can try and get the
no,
helmet.
I don't. I just say that.
Okay,
There's a scar over it.
And he looks over and he says, "Okay, we may need to see that, just to get a reference. But okay, continue." Then he keeps writing down.
And every time I breathe, it feels like somebody's squeezing my heart with gauntleted hands.
Oh, okay. Fair. That sounds pretty nasty. And he writes a few more down.
great.
Says, okay, just go ahead and lie down, and if you can, remove the breastplate armor.
I have a gambeson and then chainmail underneath, so I just like take a risk, take the shield off, and just start undressing.
Okay. You roll a stealth check. Just putting it out just to see how noisy you are in general.
Well, I mean, at disadvantage because it is.
Yep.
Very noisy. Another matter, 7.
Okay. All right. So you
I'm not trying to hide from the guy.
right.
By the way. I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah. So you make a good amount of noise. You get the attention of a couple people. I'm looking to see the attention of this guy. You do not. He is locked in. So you don't get the attention of the person who would have recognized you out of all of this. So you take everything off, and you can lie down on the bed. He neatly places your armor on the side of the bed and places you down. He rubs his hands together, pulls the familiar symbol that does not bode well with you of Lythander talisman out from his shirt. He holds
they
it and
asked
says a
the
few.
ancestors for strength to not strangle this man. Based on just the
It's
feelings
so
that I have.
it's like inches from your face as he's waving
Just
this
like
talisman
a
in
quick
front
flash
of
of
your
Grouper's
face.
bloody tried to this thing.
You can roll a will save. You can snap on that one if you wanna.
I mean,
If you think you
I'd
wanna.
be
love
so
it.
pissed
Wanna
if he
roll-
comes down
okay.
there with them all dead. Damn
You just go mad and
Lucy,
so
I'm so
water
cursed
the church.
that I've avenged you.
Hey, guess what? I'm also found by the church hates me too. Okay. Yeah, so that rage boils up and like you can feel your fist clench, but you get a stronghold on yourself and you're like, nah, it's real stupid if I make a move right now. But you are able to calm yourself as he starts praying over you. The one thing you do notice is that once all of your armor's off and you are shirtless and you lie down there, over your heart there seems to be almost like a snake-like marking. It looks like a root that's just kind of like coiling around in a circular motion over your area. It's faint now that it's been a couple days, but it's almost like a very light scar that you can see there after everything is healed up. And the priest kind of looks over you and he starts mumbling under his breath an incantation that starts taking over, and you can see right from your chest a glow as the symbol on your chest starts to illuminate. And he sits there and the brother starts to sweat and he starts to breathe heavy and he really tries to feel like he's putting some effort into it, and then he slows down, calms himself, and the illumination goes away and he kind of shakes himself off, puts his talisman back in his shirt, and puts a hand on your shoulder. He says, This curse is nature-based. The druid must have used some pretty strong magic to wrap your heart in what seems to be a root, a vine of some sort that is constricting your heart. I cannot undo it, nor do I believe the House of Lythander can. You would need a druid of similar
Equal or
strength.
greater value.
Equally, yeah.
Do you happen to know where I could find an archdruid these days that doesn't have a haunted forest?
Either an archdruid or a significant grove would help as well. Maybe a few druids would be able to do it. Yeah, given some medium strength druids, I would say maybe 2 or 3 could give it a shot. But unfortunately, this is not divine magic. This isn't something I can undo.
That makes
I
sense.
can-
Were you able to discern the nature of the curse? One of the things that he mentioned was basically that this is for control. I get the literal feeling that he could squish my heart with a wish, but is there anything else beyond that affecting me?
There does not seem to be any tether to this. It would definitely be like a remote activation in which there wouldn't be any command over you. No, I think it would just more. This looks like more of like a one-way ticket kind of thing. A constriction that seems to have a pulse to it. Maybe it would continue its constriction, but there does not seem to be a tether to you. It's not invading anything.
Except my chest cavity.
Except your chest cavity, yes. Except the heart, yes.
It's not spreading.
All right. Well, I appreciate the help. I suppose.
If you would like, I believe there is a vagabond druid on the outskirts of the city to the south. He might.
We talked to him.
Oh.
He said there's he doesn't seem to be a very good druid for what it's worth.
No, we have run into him a few times. He seems rather laid back.
Weird question.
Weird answer.
Do you, in your opinion, would this curse go away if I were to die?
Oh. Well, that's not a weird question at all. I would assume so. The curse
Do
itself.
you offer
needs-
resurrection services?
As he coughs and chuckles. Oh my God. No, no. I am not going to. No. For your first question, a curse needs to be charged like a battery. It needs some sort of energy to work off of, and that energy is, well, you. So as long as you are alive, it has the energy to sustain the actual curse, the spell. If your life energy were to disappear, then so would the curse. So it wouldn't have anything to feed on, and you would pretty much starve the spell, pretty much. But
Okay, I repeat my
we
question.
do
Do
not-
you
we-
provide resurrection services? I know that you don't condone what I'm implying, and I'm not saying that I'm going to do
the
that.
House of Lighthander does offer at a fee, a rather steep. We do.
What
yes.
would be the cost for resurrection? And let me just clarify, because I see your eyes are getting a little concerned. I'm not going to jump off the roof of the church. What I'm thinking is I need to take revenge on this druid because he's an asshole. If I'm more cavalier with my life because I know that this thing will go away if I die, and there's a possibility to be resurrected later, that might put me in a advantage should it come to that.
Any House of Lighthander does offer the resurrection spell. There's always an arch brother on hand, and they would be able to cast a spell given preparation. But it does require a diamond of significant size, as he looks at you and he says, there needs to be an equivalent. That's not the fucking word. There needs to be an
Equivalent isn't even a word.
equivalent. there needs to be an equivalent exchange of value. And the starting item is a very large and expensive gem.
About how expensive we're talking?
10,000 gold pieces? As he just kind of shrugs his shoulders.
Well, I believe the vault and the mountain should have to be able to cover that. Thank you so much.
As he looks at
As I
like
start
in
getting
shock
dressed.
for a hot second. Yes, I would assume a vault might. Okay.
Actually, I think the plan is coming together all together. I just challenge him to a duel to the death. If I win the mountain. If I die, I just get resurrected. No big deal. I'm saying that out loud as I'm getting dressed.
He is dumbfounded, staring at. Sir, what is your name, sir?
I am the Black Forge.
You get a
leave.
couple looks, and you just grab your shit and go.
Yeah, just grab some of the Black Forge. Just put the helmet on, no shirt, just carrying my
Roll,
wrist outside.
roll. What's sleight of agility? Roll dexterity. Roll a dexterity check real quick just to see how the speed in which you do your thing and the speed in which.
I'm calmly doing it.
That's fine.
I'm not like trying to rush.
This is more of like a
Natural 20 though.
Beautiful. So you hop off, grab your shit.
I am
Go
the
to put it
Black
on. You
Forge.
says, I'm the Black Forge. As you put your helmet on, off of the peripheral to your right, the priest that would have seen you turns and stares over, as a couple people do, as you call yourself the Black Forge out loud. And a couple people look over in your direction, and he does not recognize you, but you get the glances of a few people from your both patron and worker. And she's like, oh my, the guy working with you. And is the Black Forge a friend of the House of Lythander? And he puts his hands together in like I gotta find like a sun motion. He puts his hands like in a we'll figure it out what kind of hand motion it is. But he puts his hands together and he like bows towards you. You seem so confident. Are we friend or foe? As he looks at you.
I don't have any ill will towards you, my friend. However, I have heard some terrible things that House of Lythander has done, and for that, I would not count you among my allies, but I won't come out of the way to hurt you. Also, my best friend was mutilated and crucified on one of your symbols, so there's a little bit of PTSD there.
He's I assure you that House of Lythander had nothing to do with the death of your friend. We would never. We are about prosperity and survival and beauty and life. That is why we are here.
He was a goblin for what it's worth.
Ew.
But I thought.
Now he's getting punched in the face.
And then I say in Undercommon, may the spirit of Grouper watch you sleep as I leave.
And obviously he does not understand what you said, but he whispers in a prayer towards you, and he says, "And House of Lythander watches your travels," as he dips down, not knowing what the fuck you just said, but assumed it was a blessing.
Grouper, if you're watching, hunt this guy for a couple weeks. Just haunt him.
Haunt him. Haunt him. Give him a haunting.
Haunt the shit out of this.
Give him a little haunt. Give him a good
and then
haunting.
a bit dramatic. I'm gonna leave, and then I'll get dressed outside, in like an alley or something. And just
okay. You take the 15 minutes it took for Lucy to take a breath to get off. No, so yeah, you get dressed and you start heading back to Madame Zamina's, and of course Bruce is surprised. Oh, Carden, hello. And goes to give you a knuckles,
buddy.
Big fat hand, your tiny dwarf hand. Boom, nice, solid. And he opens it up.
Thank you. I'm gonna take the shawarma and cover my face.
Very good.
Not breathing it.
And
I go find my friends.
Right behind you.
You don't have to look very hard.
The sight that assaults your eyes as you walk into this establishment, there are the attention is on a very flamboyantly flowing, dancing, twirling, the ballerina moves of a lizard folk that you are very familiar with. Has most of the hands, the employees, the workers around him dancing and screaming and cheering. There are patrons who are clapping in their own little sunken grottos, just having a fucking ball. And off to the side, tucked in a corner now in a booth, Edward is in a private conversation with a scantily clad, rather beautiful human woman, blonde, that you've seen before because you've been here before and you've seen her talk to him before, and they've obviously have a reputation, so they are off in their own little world, drinking, having a good time, while Lucy is owning the entire lounge area. And now standing off behind the bar, close to the back hall area, is a half-orc woman that is dressed in a familiar Madame Zamina attire, but obviously she is a taller half-orc woman. Who just kind of, as you enter, and and she's looking at Lucy, just kind of clapping and laughing.
Wait, so she's dressed like Madame Zamina, but she's not Madame Zamina?
She's dressed like Madame Zamina, but where you knew the last time you met her, she was a fucking dwarf, is now again, familiar facial features, half-orc woman.
Oh. I go
And
approach.
you do, now that like you've seen that, it also clicks the first time you met Madame Zamina, she was a gnome.
Yep.
And then when the second time you met her, she was a dwarf, and now she's clear. Somebody is
even if
dressed in her.
Edward had
attire.
noticed, he just would not have cared.
That's fair. Yeah, that all clicks. But this is the. I mean, the music's bumping. Obviously the fog is heavy. The people are all having a fucking great time. The bartenders are just.
I do
sitting
go
back.
say hi to her because it's a polite thing to do.
As she looks down, pardon, and she extends a hand and pulls you in for a nice big hug. And
Great to see
you're
you.
pretty much motorboating right now at the height you are. And she just kind of pulls you in, and it's a very nice embrace. And how are we today?
Pretty good. I was dead yesterday, so things are looking up.
Fuck, Garden.
Yeah, well, you know,
It's okay.
happens.
Well,
Everything good with you guys? Nothing since the last troubles with the last girl. Everything clear?
she looks over behind the bar and kind of waves to a Speedo wearing looks to be a ganassi of some sort. Kind of makes up with very long flowy black hair, very well built body, just kind of slides 2 drinks down the bar as Madame Zamina grabs them and hands one over to you. She does put a
Alright.
straw in it as she hands it to
perfect.
you because she sees you wearing.
Neat.
Yeah, and she laughs and she's like, "Well, here's to being alive." As she
Cheers her.
clinks and she just fucking downs this. It's in like a flute. It's a purple
Like-
swirlish. Just fucking bam. She downs it and puts it down.
It takes me the 13 seconds to chug it into the straw.
Go ahead and roll charisma. Constitution.
I was gonna say, saving
You've been
throw?
charmed, bitch.
Yeah. haha.
Didn't
21.
see that
Oh,
coming.
perfect. Okay, yeah. Feeling good. A nice, relaxing feeling now. A nice body high. You're very still in your own head, doing your own thing, but you have a nice calm. Your soreness is gone. Like you've been resting in a fucking hot tub for a hot minute. You're feeling pretty good. And so yeah, she's like, "Oh, well, what can we do for you here?"
Oh, we're just passing by on some business.
Oh, of course.
Figure we go check it out, say hi. I'm gonna go see, make sure Edward's not getting harassed by your employee over there.
Your friend has been the life of the party for quite some time, and it's a nice stress reliever for the girls and the others. Let's leave him. They don't get this much. There's not many like
Oh no,
him
no,
that
I'm
come through.
Lucy's. I mean,
Lucy's
Bob
great.
is staying on the dance floor. I'm not interrupting that. I'm just gonna go chat with Edward. You know.
Oh,
By the way,
very
we've had some at some point when we come back this way, we got to talk about beer bats and beyond. We got some tips on some good real estate.
I already have some architecture plans in the making right now, and I'm just crunching some numbers.
Perfect.
Please,
Great
and she
seeing you.
points over into the back. Where she points over to where Edward is. There you go.
I
Okay.
go approach Edward.
Edward, you have been approached by your friend Cardinal as you walk up. You just, oh my God! You did.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
A whole.
I've been-
Oh God.
Just like great. Like I've never seen Lucy unwind like this, and I've had drinks and I feel good and I'm happy. And what's going on? What's your name again?
Pardon.
No, not you. I know you. I travel with you all the time.
I know
That's
you do.
amazing. And the blonde kind of gives like a friendly, flirty, like kind of scowl. It's Rochelle. I've told you, it's Rochelle. And
I keep forgetting.
every
because
time,
I'm drinking
every
heavily.
fucking time. And she takes another
Oh,
shot
no.
of a there's a decanter on the table, and she takes a shot of the liquid.
It's genuinely like, yes, and I keep forgetting. That's why I keep
Every
asking.
time you forget, it hurts me a little. As she looks over at Cardin. Hi. She reaches a hand out.
Hello. Politely. I don't know what the custom is. Do I shake it? Do I kiss the air above it? I don't...
She doesn't give you. Yeah, she doesn't give you the pet hand. She gives you like a full handshake.
Okay, I give her a handshake.
Yeah, she shakes your hand, and she's like,
Well,
"Your
you
friend here
guys
is
seem
a
like you're
character.
having a lot of fun, so I'm gonna give you some space, and
Are you
go
the
make
one
sure
that
Lucy's-
died?
I did.
Oh, that's fucking crazy. That's
Mm.
fucking wild. No, that's fucking wild. That's what I mean.
For what
He
it's
was
worth, I
he
don't
was
really remember
gored,
anything.
and you
Well-
you died.
Yeah. Well, he
And
was.
stomped on apparently by an elephant.
Fuck.
Yeah, gored and stomped. He was gored. I was gored, but he was gored and then stomped. Like, It was brutal.
I've heard some crazy stories, but out of all my regs, you guys fucking
Like
wild.
his arms and his legs went up, like, and the rest of his body was in the ground, and then it was like over. It was.
Did you make a squeaky
horrifying.
noise? Did you like? Like, did
No,
you?
no, it was like genuinely harrowing. Like it was really
Oh
hard
my!
to watch.
As she gives you a little bit of doughy eyes, and she looks over. She's like, well, I know a few people that would appreciate that story. As she kind of gives you like a wink and a nod over at some of the dancers.
Need some time for myself, considering the fact that I'm still scarred and.
If I got
appreciate the
stomped
gesture.
on by an elephant, I'd probably want a night to myself too. Yeah, that makes
Yeah, I
sense.
didn't even know what elephants were to that very moment.
They are yeah, circus animals, if you will. Like, carnival
Well,
attractions.
they also are in other places. They're not just.
Well,
in
yes, they are found in the wild, but I mean that would be wild to see them around here. That's not. They're
yeah,
not.
they
they're
don't
not
belong here
native.
at all.
They're
They
not
should
native.
be in
Way.
forests in general. Not like that anyway.
Oh.
Like not in this area.
Oh, I would. Yeah. Well, a druid would probably be able to. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, if
Did I
you
not mention the druid? I hate him.
a few times, dear, a few times, and she pours you another shot.
Thank you.
He's a real meanie, I know. And then so he looks over at Garden. But if you need anything, I can definitely get you some assistance.
I appreciate that.
Of course. And she looked back. Lucy, go ahead and roll Constitution one more time. Let's see what you got. A natty, so you're done for the night. But let's see what kind of control you have in your crazy. What?
20.
Nat 20 or dirty 20?
No, 20. If it was a nat 20, I'd be a little bit more excited about it.
Okay. You are on a path to Pleasure Town. Like you've never had this kind of flow, this freedom, this feeling of zero restraints, the soreness, the locks, the mental, the whole circus you've been through for the past month, however the year that it's been with everything that's happened. Nothing matters. All of it's just a floating distant memory as the world around you just kind of separates and you start floating. Your whole body is a feather. You just start flailing and moving. You feel a breeze control your limbs as you just let it take you, and you start spinning and you start doing these twirls and everything around you. You feel the spirit of Semawanya inside you, and he's in a lighter mood. He just seems to be sitting there and kind of just swaying with the desert storm that's around him, with that incredible sandstorm happening. Now it all seems to just be flowing and floating around. Make a quick perception check. Just see if you see.
Do I have disadvantage while wearing this helmet?
Yes.
The mask. Disadvantage. 10.
Okay, all right, you actually go. In your flow, it doesn't, obviously you don't really give a shit, but in your like flowing flight through your own headspace as well, you see Semawanya, his eyes are closed, he's sitting back in his meditation state. A lot of his wounds have closed, but they're still visible. And he seems again just be swaying, and as you pan around and do like a 360 around your whole area, you do see that ominous translucent spirit still emotionless, still featureless. It's just kind of hanging and motionless, and it just pans away. So it's very, very faint, but you still kind of notice it's there. After that, the colors start to blend and swirl. You pop back out of your mindscape. You're back in this world. You look around you, and there's just everything slow motion. There are workers. There are people of all different races dancing with you and just kind of vibing with you and flowing with you, and it feels great. And you quickly look over to the bar area, and you lock eyes with a familiar dwarf wearing an iron helmet, a black iron helmet. And he's just kind of staring in your direction as he's walking by you. Carden, you lock eyes at the same time with Lucy as he's doing this dance and
Sort of like smile with my eyes because I have a face mask on and just nod at him like, okay, have fun.
Lucy, make a charisma check. With
check
advantage.
first.
With like the most advantage you could put on a roll. Fucking put that on there.
Advantage. 17.
Okay. You have the attention and physical contact of a litter of people.
Oh,
How would you
that.
like to end your night? You have the attention of a litter of people.
Well, this is what time of day is it that when we
You're
got
not
here?
sure.
No, meaning like from when we
You don't
initially got
care.
here.
Yeah, no. That's
irrelevant to your
that is-
situation right now.
Well, I mean, if it's noon, I'm not even going to be thinking about how I'm spending my night.
It,
That's what I'm asking.
time is a construct that the human min has invented that you feel doesn't apply to you in your current state of mind.
Well, are there any, like, people
outside
here?
of character, it's like
Are there any actually?
1
No.
maybe 2 o'clock, but in here it's you, these people, and fucking Pleasure Town. Nothing else matters.
Are there any lizard people here?
They make a. I'll make a perception check. There are a good amount of people here, so let's see who's here. Let's roll a couple dice and see. This is D&D. There was the first time. Yeah, there is one familiar-looking lizard folk female that is here most of the time. Amongst there's also a half orc woman, a half elf, and a halfling male who has been dancing up on your leg and your tail for a while. You're not sure what the last female is because she keeps changing into different things while you guys are dancing and flowing together. You can't really pinpoint what it is, but every now and then her skin turns like a palish white, and then she takes the form of something else.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about all this.
You feel great, but it depends on if you'd rather embrace the attention or just kind of be off by yourself.
I think I'm gonna kind of start like, almost like panic attack moding, like realizing that all these people are around me. I don't like being around people.
Okay.
Like, yeah, like good times turning real. Like it's a great time, but it's turning real bad.
Then you're not sure what time it is. It doesn't matter. The panic attack starts to set in slightly, and like fucking professionals, the workers, one of them notices you, and it is the lizard woman. As they all, you kind of just notice that the attention on you starts to die down a little bit, and the lizard woman walks up to you and kind of grabs you by the forearm and the shoulder, and she's like, "Let me go ahead and take you to your room." As she leads you over to the stairs. The party, all you hear is like claps and applause as there's some woos. You're starting to get inside your own head and starting to fuck with you a little bit. But it's someone pulled you out of it, and that spiral you are about to fall down. The attention dies, the dancing dies. You are still well within a roll and a trip, and you are on a journey. That's going to continue for a while, but you were taking it out of that hectic situation. You had a good blast with dancing with a bunch of people, but now you are being escorted by the only person that is escorting you is this lizard woman who is taking you back up to one of the suites that they had designated for you guys.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna go to them, to my friends over here. I'm gonna go towards where I saw.
Oh, very well, but thank you for the entertainment. You are a lot of fun. And
oh yes, loads of fun.
Heads. She heads back out. You do notice that she is keeping a keen eye on you. Carden, you are walking by. Where were you intending on going? Carden?
Was muted. I was like, "What do you mean?"
No.
I was. I'm sober as a
right.
rat. So like, what time is it? Early in the day?
It's probably around 1 o'clock.
Yeah, I would have like basically told my name's Amina to please take care of my friends, and I'll need to go do some errands. If I see that he's as trash as he looks, and that Edward's like drunk, and I'm like, help me go do some shit because today seems to be a wash.
Okay. Where would you like to go?
Right now I would have been heading out of the thing. I need to go repair my armor because I have a hole in the chest. So.
Okay. And so Lucy, when you when you come out and you're like starting to look around in your panic state to find your friends, like, ah, they didn't leave me. You look over and no, only because we've all been there. You look over and you see Edward in the corner, very familiar face. You do not see Carden.
I'll
You
go
can head over to him, or
Yeah.
Lucy, where'd you go? You disappeared for a minute, but you're back now.
Where'd Carden go?
Well, Cotton was here.
that's
he was-
the blonde woman next to Velasquez. Oh my god! Oh goodness, your memory sucks.
What?
Yep. And looks over.
your
She
name
looks over at Lucy. You are a riot. Thank you for coming. And she takes down another shot.
All right, I guess
Have
I'm
a
gonna
seat,
go
Lucy.
lay down for a bit, and I'm gonna go.
Yeah, there's like those pits and everything. They've got like couches and stuff.
Don't lay in the pits. And she
Well,
looks up
I
at you.
don't-
She goes, "Nope, don't lay in the pits.
Okay, I didn't know. I
The
was gonna
pits are
just
free
go-
use, if you know what I'm saying."
Right, there's a room upstairs.
Yes, you have your normal suite. I can have someone escort you. She looks over, and within a second, that lizard woman is back up next to you. She goes, "Yes,
Oh
Rochelle,
my
I
god,
will.
it's like she materialized.
I will escort him to his room. Are you ready to take a nap now?"
None. I just need to know where it is. I can get there myself.
Oh, of course.
Oh, look at him. He's all nervous because he's fucking fucked up. Look at how high he is. I remember being that high. I'm that high right now. I'll go, come on, Lucy. Let's get you to a place that you feel safe.
Thank you.
And I like literally climb over the table. I don't need.
with expert reflexes, she's moving shot glasses and bottles out of the way as you just
That's
slump.
good, 'cause
Chink!
I wouldn't even try.
You get
Yeah.
on top of the table, you just hop down.
All right, blood.
Oh goodness, we love
Let's
you
get
guys.
you somewhere safe. And I'm gonna go up to where I know we have suites.
Yeah. You've got that three bed, 3 bath, fucking
We'll
master
run you a
suite.
bath, bud. You can relax. You feel great. You come down nice.
As we get.
You do
towards
get
upper-
approached by room service, if you would
Hey,
like to
guys.
take it, which is pretty much just bath service, food, and
And it's straight up. It's one of those things where it's like I just like
As-
leaving gold on tables and stuff because I know what we're doing.
Yeah, as we get to
I'm
the
fucked
top
up.
of the stairs, I'm just gonna take the mask off. So that shit just falls.
and you see, and like it slips off of you, and then it just slowly breaks into smaller and smaller and
There's
smaller
a
pieces.
bath, Lucy. God.
It'll wash away. It'll go away.
Yeah.
And within 10 seconds, the remnants are gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
All right. But yeah, I look back over my shoulder, like why are there always lizard people everywhere we go? God damn
That's she did not follow.
Ugh.
She did not follow. She was not
you know,
wearing a band.
honestly, I've noticed
Yeah.
that ever since.
There's so many.
Oh, that was well timed. Ever since you've been like discovered, there've been more and more like lizard people and more culty types.
Yeah, I don't think she knew who I was though. I
Did
just
not
didn't want
seem
her
to-
find
Oh.
out.
You've been in here before, and you've seen her before, and she didn't
Yep.
react.
Yeah.
This
my
is
bad.
this is one of those situations where you shouldn't worry too much about it because Madame Zamina makes it a point to collect different individuals from all over the place.
Yeah, but I'd rather not.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
it's one thing to like hook up with someone at a brothel, but it's another thing to hook up with someone who thinks you might be their god. It's not right.
Says you.
You're a celebrity. That shit comes with perks.
Anyway, and like walk up.
And there's where the
really
two
quick.
different moral standards.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yup. Several onions in your head,
Yeah.
like, wait, we could have gotten some tail. What the fuck is wrong? I'm not a god for a reason, bro.
But yeah,
Anyway.
no. Anyway, Edward actually does the good Fred thing where it's like, let's go hang out, and there's like a bath, and there will be food. There's like fruit and stuff. Like I remember.
Yeah, oh yeah. No, it's always well stocked. With a nice, fruit basket doing its thing. You do have the room service lady there who's waiting
I
by the
think guys were
baths.
just like in the tub. I'm like, so this is what you guys were doing when I was getting mine raped.
Oh my
it's
god, it was
pretty nice.
great. Oh,
You are
that's
getting
right,
you
that's
are
what
getting
happened.
worked on, and you are getting a very if you accepted the assistance, you are getting a sponge bath. Which
Well, Edward doesn't say no to brace basically anything. Which
there
is
you
the
go.
problem.
So give yourselves 5 temporary hit points as you get the full treatment here, the full wash, and buff. Okay. And as you card in, you go and you can absolutely get go to the blacksmith and get your armor repaired. Is there anything specific you would like to do, or are you just going for?
So I
repairing
go.
everything?
I want to actually change armors.
Okay.
So basically what I want to try to do is go talk to a blacksmith, sell him quote unquote the chainmail that I do have as scrap metal because it's kind of ruined.
Okay.
Just see if we can get a discount. I would like to get some split mail. Preferably something that looks like a little bit more like a.
So you pass a general store that has armor in the window, some weapons, some knickknacks here and there. You know that there is a blacksmith in town. Would you want to do a general store, or would you like to do the actual?
No, I
armor?
want a blacksmith, like
You
a
want a
proper blacksmith.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, you can absolutely head to the blacksmith, and I believe the blacksmith in here is an orc. I think he is. Hold on. City of Great. Madam Zamina.
I mean, Storog is dead, so not his shop.
No,
Uh,
no.
well, we don't
No.
know that he's dead. We're just pretty sure.
If
he's
you
dead.
didn't see a body, there's always a chance.
That's just one hell of a drink.
Yeah. No. Yeah. A kilt wearing. He's got the kilt on and a leather blacksmith apron around his neck, kind of hanging loosely as he's working on a nice, what looks to be a short sword. You enter the blacksmith building again. The temperature raises every time. It's a familiar warmth that almost reminds you of home. You take a deep breath in, you can smell familiar ore burning in the air. Gives you a nice homey feel. It's almost welcoming at a time like this. You are reminded of the comforts.
Yeah.
And he looks up. Hey. Oh, dwarf. Welcome to my blacksmith. Can I help
Howdy,
you?
friend.
Oh, howdy.
Yes. I point to the hole in my chest. Had a misfortunate happenstance.
That didn't
line of
fucking
duty.
work.
It worked really well until an elephant pierced through it.
Fucking.
So this is what I'm trying to do. I need to obviously get new armor because this will not do. I was hoping I could give you this chainmail, and I sort of like rattle it and pound my chest as a bit of scrap. I don't know if we can help a little bit on the price, but ultimately what I'm looking for, and I basically explained to him that I need some splint armor, and I'm going for like aesthetic. So like anything we could do to make it look cool and darker would be appreciated.
As he has a little smile on his head. I'm gonna say after you left the church. No, you did say you took time to re-put your armor on, right? So he
Yes.
looks and you take a couple minutes to obviously take the armor off and do everything. Let me do this. Let me do this. Special. Nope.
And
nope.
for what it's worth, I'll send you. It's like basically like Roman armor is what I'm trying to describe. But if we can make it again look dwarven badass,
Okay. Yeah.
send
Yeah.
send you an image of somewhat what the
nice.
what
Okay.
Loriga segmentata would look like.
Okay. Let me. Boom, boom. Okay. Yeah, that's a nice face bed. That's one. Right. That one. Oh, why am I not here? You're not getting a tattoo. Ooh,
I mean,
if you,
when
it's
in
not
Rome.
out of the question, but. Hold. Why? There you go. There it is. Okay. So under armor. Okay. So boom.
Yeah, split mail's 200 gold pieces.
Right. Okay. So splint is 200. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. As he stares at your current chainmail and everything like that, he says, Okay. He grabs everything. He says, I can salvage. I can use. I can repair if you'd like the same.
I think after today, I think I need a little bit more protection. That's why I'm going after splint. Don't quite have enough funds yet for a full plate set. Oh, we'll get there.
Okay. Then tell you what. Normally, a splint mail armor in Grapevine would be 200. I will take 50 off. 150 gold.
Perfect.
then I will use your armor for repairs and everything like that. Sound good?
That sounds amazing.
Okay,
Also, if you happen to have, again, point to my helmet, going for a little bit of an aesthetic here. If you happen to have any shields that that sort of fit a little better, as I show him my shield, my round shield, it's like, just like
I have been testing with aesthetic tricks on my spare time. I can, and he holds up like a big meaty orc hands, callous to fuck, and he gives you like these very hard air quotes. Melt your shield and make it look like it is drooping. I will dip your shield in molten material, and it will harden in a very unique pattern. It'll make it look a little more sinister, if you will. It'll also put the charring effect on it to make it look black and all kinds of.
That sounds like a phenomenal time.
Yes. I've been testing this with daggers. They become very blunt. They're not very effective. But a shield would look fairly good with this effect. Yes. And he gets a little excited.
Yeah, I'm absolutely down for this.
And he quickly grabs your shit. He says, "Okay,
Okay, tomorrow."
Okay. And he looks down and he says, 135 gold. And he
put that down.
He says, "I'm excited to do this." And he
Thank
takes
you so
the 135 gold and he puts it down and says, "Yes, come back tomorrow morning."
Perfect.
Then he rushes you out. Well, just ignores you. Doesn't even rush you out. Just ignores you for the rest. And if there's no objections, I think we're gonna cut it right there. I think that's you guys are ending your night and beginning a new day tomorrow.
And we have a plan, which is to either go south to the dude or go northwest to the other dude at, what is it, Mahagan?
Well, we already went to the dude at the south.
The south was the druid house that you originally
so we can
went
try
to.
going to Mahagan. There's no reason why not.
Yeah.
You have to go see Spruce at Mahogany.
Spruce at Mahogany. Sounds like an act in Vegas. Spruce at the Mahogany. Oh.
Spruce Springsteen at the Mahogany Casino. Oh my god, it's stupid.
Bruce Breinstein? I don't know.
Hey, I like it. That's pretty good.
Feinstein.
Pretty good.
Bruce Breinstein.
Hold on. I mean, first of all, the answer's right there. It's Bruce Springsteen and
Bruce Springsteen.
These guys. Yeah. Spruce. I'm done. I'm not even gonna try anymore. Nope, that's it. My tongue doesn't want to say it. It's too much. The pun is real. Okay. All right. That was cool. You guys had a fucking ordeal. I like that.
Yeah.
All right. The revenge fire has been rekindled, and now Card has an endgame ploy that just involves dying.
Which you've gathered some good information. Either acquire more druids to help relieve the nature magic, or die and then come back.
Cardin, you'll be dead in no time.
The first thing you know you need to get is a 10,000 gold piece diamond.
Yeah.
That is the first item to the resurrection you need.
He's got access to a kingdom.
That not yet.
Yeah, but like
he does not anymore. He might eventually.
I mean, yeah, like it's not like it's actually an insurmountable goal for him.
That's true. That is very true. It's in the future. It's there. One of them. One of the many futures. It's one of them.
Well, in most of them, it ends with a dead archdruid at our feet.
14,565 men. You only survived one. Yeah. You, I like where this is fucking going. You guys are wild.
Now I'm just antsy that we gotta wait a week.
So, okay.
So what's everyone doing tomorrow?
It's all good.
I don't want to push it.
That's right. I mean, if you guys are awake, we can keep going. I just figured I didn't want to hold anybody up. I mean, I'm not. I usually crash at 11.
I think
12.
it's a good place to stop.
Okay.
Mostly because also, gotta live our lives.
That's
but,
it. Yeah.
Well, that means it's a good session. I'm enjoying it. This was fun.
Yeah, that was very good.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna be on.
It sucks that I got really high in the brothel.
Yeah.
If I wasn't, you'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna go get my armor checked." I'm like, "Oh, I have these 4 really rare Umber Hulk scale plates that you can use."
Umber Hulk is not the
imagine.
right look.
I
No,
just
they could just be
imagine.
That's more of
incorporated
like
in
an earthy brown gravel
Yeah.
type nature. That would
Yeah,
definitely
I mean,
help
you
with
could
with
just
like
I'm,
call
I'm
it
bolster
going.
situations. Yeah.
I'm going for basically Dwarven Batman, Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you could use it just for like the chess pieces, like the
Can we
back
retcon
plate.
it so that we got Lucy to do one full Macarena? So, like,
I don't think you need to retcon. That's within the realm.
I would like to say that through his random dances that he created the Macarena and had the entire
Okay.
establishment doing it.
Yeah,
And they
I
call
am
it
all
the
for it.
Lucy.
Well, I hope they wouldn't call it the Lucy because I'm not Lucy right now. I'm
Oh,
Bob.
that's right. You were just a
Bob.
a
Best.
masked. You were
The
Bob, right?
Bob-arena.
No. His name is Macarena.
Macarena.
That's
Not
it.
the Macarena.
Because
I am
He's
Macarena.
people
Macarena.
kept mocking you, so one
Thank
guy
you.
was like, "Look, it's a
Samoania
Macarena."
Because that was like a ballerina that was being
Like it was like an arena of people mocking you, so they called it the Macarena, and then it just stuck.
Alrighty, dudes.
Thank you guys, and
See you guys later.
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm staying on if
Adios.
anybody's gaming, but we are gonna end the stream here. So if anybody's watching, thank you for watching.
You were just recording. You weren't streaming. You said.
I was
Yeah.
after somebody texted me and said, "Hey, I was hoping you were streaming," so I felt bad, so I started streaming.
All right.
Oh. Good night. Good
Cool.
night.
Adios,
Uh,
Patrick.
You guys out for the night? That's it.
Past that.